What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Baby Invasion. So this is a movie that has been on my radar for quite a while. It comes to us from Harmony Korine, who, if you all are familiar with the channel, you know I'm a very big fan of a lot of his movies. So I've been following his new stuff. I reviewed Aggro Drift on the channel. That's another movie that he put out with his new company, Edgelord. And the most recent movie that he put out is Baby Invasion. I've been following it on his website, on the Edgelord website. I've been following it on, just the internet in general. And I've been excited to check this out because, I'm kind of a Harmony Korine fanboy. I'm kind of a Harmony Korine stan. Like, I always bring up the movie Kids and Gummo to like pretty much everyone I meet, and nobody knows what the heck I'm talking about. Even though it's a straight classic. It's a certified, like, both those movies are like certified hood classics. People just act like they're like, "What are you talking about?" Like, I'm like, man, you need to get hip. You need to get put on. Like, come on, like, you gotta watch. Like, I always tell like younger people, like, watch Kids. Like, that movie. Like, I know like younger people would rock with that, but basically, I've been, let me take a sip real quick. I'm okay. The show must go on. But anyways, I think that was a little too strong there. But yeah, I've been following this movie for a while, and I've been excited to watch it. I got like a notification that said that I could pre-order it. I pre-ordered it immediately, and I didn't watch it right away. It's been like a couple days, but I got off work early today, so it's Friday. I thought, hey, what the heck, let me check this out. So what is my overall opinion of Baby Invasion? I thought it was okay. Initially, I was like for the first probably 30, maybe 40 minutes, I was not into it because I started watching it around like 4:20, 4:30, and yeah, I was not really into it. But then I'm gonna be 100% honest right now. I'm gonna be, straight up with you all. Like, then like once 5 o'clock rolled around, I started sipping some beverages. I've been sipping Black Russians. That's my thing. I'm like, it would be a lot cooler if I was sipping White Russians like the dude from The Big Lebowski. I gotta rewatch that. Shouts out Jeff Bridges. He's a good actor. But anyways, I started sipping like 5 p.m. and I had like probably about 2/3 of the movie left, and I enjoyed the rest of it. Like, once I started sipping, once I started kind of like turning my brain off a little bit, kind of chilling out, I started enjoying the movie. But yeah, overall, it was okay. Yeah, initially I was really not into it, but I warmed up to it as it went on. But here's the thing about this movie, like there were like a lot of cool things that were going for it, and it was cool to experience once, but there was a lot of stuff that I really disliked as well. And it, like, at some points it was just like extremely boring, and it was just there was just like not a lot going on. Like, for this being an hour and 20 minutes, like there's I'm gonna get into this later, but there's like pretty much no story, no dialogue. The soundtrack is just pounding throughout the whole movie. So there's like certain elements of the movie that are slightly boring and or annoying, and they kind of took away from the experience for me personally, where there were like cool aspects of the movie here and there, but overall, yeah, I couldn't really fully enjoy the movie. I thought it was just okay, because it was, I mean, Harmony Korine has always been experimental, but this is extremely experimental. This is even, I feel like this is even more experimental than Aggro Drift. Aggro Drift was the same type of vibe as this, but at least it had like dialogue. Like this was like pretty much like a silent film, except you just had like techno music blasting throughout. But yeah, overall, I thought it was okay. There was some cool stuff. There was some stuff that I, did not like, but yeah, overall, it was okay. I'm glad I checked it out. Definitely didn't completely hate it, so that's cool. So, in terms of a plot summary, at the beginning of the movie, there's this interview with this woman, and she's a game developer, and she's talking about this game that she was developing. It's called Baby Invader, or Baby Invaders. I'm not entirely sure, but it's not Baby Invasion. It's Baby Invader or Baby Invaders. And she was developing this game. It was a first-person shooter. It was hyper-realistic, and the characters in the game, they would invade mansions and, steal people's money and, shoot people up, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, she was developing this game, and she got halfway through development, and the game was leaked, and it got leaked to the dark web. And once people on the dark web got a hold of, pretty much like the prototype version of the game, they became obsessed with it, and people started to like emulate the actions of the game in real life. And there's this one group of Romanian criminals, and they like really were inspired by the game, and they like reenact the premise of the game. Like they go around like robbing mansions, holding people hostage, shooting people up, and they live stream everything. Like they commit these crimes. They like hold these people up at they hold these rich people up at their mansions, and they live stream everything, and they have like a chat throughout the whole live stream, and they like disguise their faces with baby faces. So yeah, that is the basic plot summary. But the first point that I want to get into is the one thing that I really did like about the movie is, the visual flair, the imagery, the aesthetic. I did actually really like. So, I'm like a huge music fan too. Like, I mean, everyone is. Like movies and music, pretty much everyone rocks with that, unless you like live under a rock type stuff. But basically that's like the best stuff out there. You know what I mean? That's like the best media out there, in my opinion. But I'm like a huge music fan, and the movie overall, like all the AI overlays, really reminded me of what you see in a lot of modern music videos. Like a lot of modern music videos have all those overlays. Even a lot of like nowadays, within the past couple years, or even within the past couple year, you're seeing music videos with just like not even just the graphic overlays, because the graphic overlays, that's been a thing for I don't know, almost like, I would say like almost like 9 years that's been a thing. And it's like, like especially with like the Cole Bennett videos, he was crazy with all like the different effects. And nowadays music videos, they have so many effects and overlays and stuff like that, and especially like a lot of rap videos. But nowadays music videos, in addition to having like graphic overlays and crazy effects, they'll like incorporate AI. Like the music video for the song Pizza Time by Shay. I hope I'm saying his name right. Like I don't really listen to like a bunch of his stuff, but I've seen that video and I've listened to that song quite a few times. Like that video incorporates a lot of AI imagery and stuff. So it's like that's kind of happening in the music scene. So, and when I was watching the movie, it really like reminded me of a music video, and the whole aesthetic, the whole style was reminiscent of a music video, and I really liked that. And Edgelord, well, not even just Edgelord, so like the Edgelord company, they put out a music video for this Blade song. It's like a Blade song, and Young Lean is featured on it. It's called 1 Second. That music video is phenomenal. I gotta, mention this. I'm like a huge Young Lean fan. Like Young Lean, he like for a while he was like my favorite rapper of all time. Like I like really loved Young Lean. I still really love Young Lean. Like his new stuff's cool, but I always like listen to like a lot of his like older stuff, like even some of his like deeper cuts or like unreleased songs. Like I'm a big Young Lean fan, and Edgelord, they did a music video for that Blade and Young Lean song 1 Second, and the music video was phenomenal. I think that's it's like so underrated too. You can like barely find it. Even if you like look it up, you have to like go to the Edgelord YouTube to find it. Like I think it was maybe on Young Lean or Blade's YouTube, but it got taken down or something. But that music video is really good. And then Harmony Korine, he did a Black Keys video for the song called Gold on the Ceiling, and that music video was like really weird, but it was like it was kind of had like a cool style. So like I said, the movie Baby Invasion did not have it had like no story. There was really no dialogue, and it was random. It didn't have like a clear-cut direction, but the style, the visual flair, the imagery, all the AI stuff, all the graphic overlays, the premise itself, it was so cool. Like for me personally, watching this as an hour and 20-minute piece of work, it didn't really work for me. Like that's what I'm saying. It was just okay, because like there was cool stuff, but like was I really invested for an hour and 20 minutes? No. But what I'm trying to say is, even though like as like an overall movie, I thought this was dull at points and boring. I think Harmony Korine and like the Edgelord company, they have such a strong visual flair, and they're kind of like on what's cool right now, and like maybe even on what's like not even cool yet. Like they're like kind of like with the imagery, with the visuals, they're kind of like, you could even say ahead of their time. I know that sounds corny, but like the visuals are really on point. I think if they keep that's cool. Like they're just having fun, they're doing their thing, they do what they want to do, and they're making money at the end of the day. So it's like, if they want to do the longer form stuff, cool. But something like this, where it's more freestyle, where it's more free form, it doesn't really have that much structure. I mean, music videos don't need structure. A music video doesn't need continuity, doesn't need a story. Like a music video is just, it can just be about visual flair. So I think Edgelord, like they're still early in in I don't know, like they haven't been around for that long. They haven't put out that much stuff. They put out some cool stuff, but it's like they're only starting out right now. So I think as they go on, if they want to focus on like short form content, if they want to focus on music videos, I think they could make some of the coolest music videos ever. So even though this movie, I don't think it, even though there was cool stuff about it, I don't think it worked extremely well as a film. Like for being an hour and 20-minute piece of visual media, I don't know if it really worked, even though there was some cool stuff about it. Like I think if they go hard with the music videos, like they can make some of the coolest shit, like period, like some of the coolest shit of our time, if they just like go hard with the short form. Like if Edgelord just keeps putting out music videos, like I think the music videos are it, because this isn't even really a movie. It's it's like the duration of a movie, but it's not really like a movie. It's just like some. It looks like I mean, they definitely put in work, but they kind of like freestyled and had fun. But if they just like put most of their focus into music videos, they would be killing the game. Like that could be. They could be like a source for like, you know, putting more like experimental artists on, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know if like they're really trying to do that, but me personally, I think that would be a cool thing. Yeah, I kind of talked a lot about the music video stuff, but I think that's cool that they're doing that. They're doing music videos, video games. Like, it's cool that they're doing everything. I think the long form stuff is like, it's kind of like a waste of time for them. Like, I think it's cool. Like, I mean, Harmony Korine was initially a filmmaker, but it's like, I mean, who cares? Like, if he's just putting out music videos, if he's putting out TikToks, if he's putting out, you know, like video games, like, I'll still rock with that shit. Like, I mean, if he makes it, like, it's gonna be cool. So like, if he focuses on the more of the other stuff that I mentioned, like, I think that's the move personally. Jumping into another point, this is random, but every person in the group of criminals was wearing black Air Force Ones. I thought that was a nice touch. If you all know about black Air Force Ones, they're synonymous with, you know, troublemakers. Like that's like the thing, like the bad kids at any school, the kids who are, you know, delinquents causing trouble in the neighborhood, they're rocking black Air Force Ones. So I like the fact that you know, this group of degenerate criminals, they're all rocking black Air Force Ones. Like I just thought that was like a nice touch, nice little attention to detail. And those, I mean, those are beautiful shoes. They're very cool. I personally can't rock them because I'm a pillar of society. I'm kind of grimy, but I'm not like a total scumbag. So actually, I'll probably never hit like full on scumbag status, like Super Saiyan 4 scumbag status, but you know, I'm like a low key lightweight. I'm like the light beer of scumbags. Like I'm kind of a scumbag, but not that much. But I respect that like these characters were degenerate, slimy, scumbag, criminal scum, and they were, you know, they were rocking the black Air Force Ones. You gotta, if you're gonna be invading people's mansions, stealing their shit, just being a total a-hole, you have to wear black Air Force Ones. It's obligatory. It's in the contractual agreement. You know, when you sign up for that shit, you gotta rock the black Air Force Ones at all times. Even if you're going to church, even if you're wearing an outfit where it might not match. But I mean, black Air Force Ones, they match with everything. So yeah, I just wanted to mention black Air Force Ones. I like that the group of you know, criminals were rocking them. It was a nice little touch. Okay, so jumping into another point there. So like I said, the movie is it's like presented as this live stream. So you see the chat on the left hand side, and there's like it's just like flooded with chats, and you know, it's kind of like a little bit shaky cam, and you see all these graphic overlays, blah blah blah. There's this one instance where there was a graphic overlay that said battery 15%, please charge your computer. And I pre-ordered this on the Edgelord website, so I had to watch it on my computer. I didn't know until like later on that it was available on Amazon. I probably would have done that. I could have watched it on my TV, but I you know, I pre-ordered it on the website because I'm like on some fanboy shit, and I just I watched it on my laptop. So when that came up, my dumbass, this was even before I started sipping too. Like I was like stone cold sober, and my dumbass like immediately when that graphic overlay came, the graphic overlay, I said overly, when that graphic overlay came up that said battery 15%, please charge your computer, I was like, oh geez dude. I'm like, because I had like a full charge before, I'm like I gotta charge my computer already. I'm like, this Baby Invasion movie is really like taking up all my battery. I'm like, this is how much of your battery watching a movie takes. I'm like, I feel like I've watched a movie before and it doesn't eat my battery that quick. I'm like, I guess I gotta charge it. So like I immediately grabbed my charger, plugged it up, and then I think my like Wi-Fi cut out for a second or something, and I had to close the movie and reopen it, and I'm like, I got like 65% battery. I'm like, I'm like, my dumbass just plug my charger in because some graphic overlay on the movie. I'm like, man, I thought I was like a stupid dummy, but like, goodness gracious, like that's a new low. But I thought that was kind of funny, and had to mention that. Probably shouldn't have mentioned that because it probably ruins my credibility. I gotta be an intellectual on here, and someone who falsely assumes that their computer is at 15% battery because they were watching a movie that said the computer is at 50% battery on a live stream. Like, any individual who falsely assumes that, they don't have any credibility. Like, no one's gonna take them seriously as a movie reviewer. I'm trying to be a professional movie reviewer. I'm trying to get this guap. I'm trying to make like 200, 300, 400K off the movie reviews. I'm trying to be, who are like the big boys? I don't know. I just rock with motherfuckers who don't even edit their shit. No, I rock with some motherfuckers who edit their shit, but I just rock with, whoever. But anyways, let me take a sip, and then next point. This is gonna be a long ass video. The videos where I'm sipping, they're long as fuck. I don't know if people rock with them, but I don't know. I probably should have just I probably should have abstained from drugs and alcohol. Drugs and alcohol have ruined my life. No, I'm just playing. They have not yet. Not yet. But, okay. So, something that I did like about the movie as well is there was a little bit of comedy too. There's this like one quick thing that I really like. So the movie is filmed in first person, and the main character, I guess you can call him that, the main character, which I'm pretty sure is played by Harmony Korine, because early on you see this individual like grabbing guns, and they got a hand tattoo on one hand. Like, Harmony Korine, he has that like pitchfork hand tat on one hand. Like, Harmony Korine definitely just like played the role of the main guy. Like, come on, like, ain't nobody else has that hand tattoo. Like, stop playing with me, Harmony Korine. Like, we know it's you. Give it up. The act is over. So anyways, the main character, aka Harmony Korine, goes and looks in this mirror, and then it says like self-reflection bonus, which that was just like so simple and goofy, but I thought it was hilarious because it was just so like tongue-in-cheek, like on the nose, like self-reflection, like you're looking in a mirror, it's a reflection, self-reflection. It's just like so simple, but it's just gold. Like, there was just, I did like that they sprinkled a lot of comedy. There was like there was no like spoken dialogue, but there were little like text boxes, and they would, like, the criminal degenerate scumbags would say, funny stuff. And there was like this one instance early on where the main character is like it would be funny. They would like break into these people's houses, and they would just like eat all their food, and like they would just do it so disrespectfully too. Like, they would just take like a bite of this piece of watermelon, and then instead of finishing that piece like a respectable individual, they would grab a whole nother piece of watermelon, eat that, then they would like take a shit in their toilet. Like, early on, the main character took a shit in the rich people's toilet, didn't even wipe their ass. Like, what is this, like a Friday the 13th movie? I'm like, what the heck? Like wiping, do you speak it? Like, I was disgusted. That's why, like, early on I didn't rock with it, because I'm like, come on, man, like, at least clean up. Like, goodness great, like, maybe it was a clean pinch, I don't know, I can't call it, but that's disgusting. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But yeah, there was like a lot of like little funny goofy stuff. It was that, I feel like Harmony Korine, he kind of always does that, where he'll have some like lighthearted, silly, goofy stuff. Like in Gummo, he's got like the bacon strip tapped. He's got the bacon strip taped to the wall. But then there's like extremely dark instances in that movie too. Like he's just like he like blends the polar opposites so well, where it's like extremely dark, disturbing stuff, but then like lighthearted, silly humor. And this movie was that same type of vibe, where you had like a lot of this lighthearted, silly, goofy, random humor, and then like extremely dark, degenerate type stuff. So it definitely felt like a Harmony Korine film. So yeah, basically, I already touched on this earlier, but the reasons why I thought this movie was just okay and I wasn't, a huge fan of it was because, one, no dialogue. I'm Dr. Evil. You feel what I'm saying? No dialogue. The music, the score was cool, but it was non-stop. There was never a break in the music. It was like an hour and 20 minutes of like electronic music. It was like I was at a rave. I'm getting up there in age, you know what I mean? Like I'm chilling these days. I'm granddad chilling. I'm not trying to like experience a rave. I'm not off the mollies, I'm just sipping, I'm chilling. The music was a little too much for me. It was good, but it was too much. Cause I'm an old head nowadays. I'm like an uncle. I'm like unk status, as people say. But yeah, there was no story, so it was like just a lot of random imagery. The imagery was cool, but I was like, it was hard for me to like stay focused. It was hard to keep my attention. I'm like, this is cool, but I'm like, where's this going? Like you don't have to have a 3-act structure, but like you have to have a little bit of story, in my opinion, if you're gonna do something that's like a long form video. You have to have some point to it. This had no story, very random, and sometimes it was just extremely boring. Like there would just be long stretches where not a lot is happening. There's not a lot of action in this movie. It's not like people are getting like, it's like they're breaking into houses with these guns, but it's not like there's like shooting and firefights and like gunplay. It's like they're just walking around the house and they're playing piano and they're like riding around in like a little bike, or like early on they're just riding in a van for like what feels like 5 minutes, but it's probably 3 minutes or 2 minutes. But yeah, there's just like a lot of stretches where like not a lot is happening, which makes sense since it's supposed to be a live stream. But like as just a general viewer watching what's supposed to be a movie, it gets a little bit boring at times. But to wrap things up, I think the concept overall. Actually, wait, I'm gonna take a sip real quick, and then I'm gonna get into this finale here, the wrap around the conclusion, if you will. I don't know why I said that, but it sounded cool. If you will. But now I'm gonna jump into the conclusion. Look at me getting all proper with it. But anyways, I think the concept for this movie was phenomenal. It was a great idea. Like, this person makes a video game. It gets leaked on the dark web, and these people are, acting out the actions in the game, and they're live streaming their crimes. I think it's creative. It's unique. It's fresh. It's topical. But that's the thing. Like, Harmony Korine has said this for a while. I was gonna say, but like I was gonna transition into something bad. I was bugging. I'm not. But Harmony Korine has said this for a while. The way he comes up with his ideas, like even if like, whenever he's doing like a feature length film, he initially has like one image, one idea in his brain. Like when he was talking about Spring Breakers, he's like, I just had this image in my head where there's these people in ski masks robbing fat tourists on the beach. And he just like he comes up with this image. Excuse me, goodness gracious. He has this image in his head. He has this like initial idea, and then he just creates the story around that. I rock with that. I think that's like a good creative process. I think the initial idea of this, like the idea where it's like I said, you know, you got this. I just said it, you know, so I don't need to go over it again. But I think the initial idea is entertaining, exciting. It you know, I'm interested. Like I want to see that, and the thing is, I just think it wasn't fully realized. It wasn't fully cooked. It wasn't fully fleshed out. It's like if you like had like a microwave burrito, and you're like impatient, you're impulsive, and instead of microwaving it for the intended 2 minutes, you know you microwave it too short, and you got like an icicle in the middle. It's like I understand where Harmony Korine's coming from, because with me with creative stuff, like I just want to like go, I just want to do it, like I don't really like I just want to jump into it, like I have an idea, I want to run with it. Like I feel like if they fleshed this out, like took a little bit more time, like if this was an actual movie with a story, like the concept is so good, it's so fresh, the aesthetics, the visuals are so good. Like if film, like traditional film is still something that he wants to, you know, dibble dabble with, like if they were to fully realize it, I think this could have been awesome. I just think it was kind of, you know, they kind of like it's one of those movies where you can tell they had so much fun making it. Like you can tell like Harmony and the rest of the crew, the rest of the Edgelord team, they had so much fun making it. It was a cool project. But like as a viewer, is this, I think it was okay and there was some cool stuff, but like would I ever watch it again? No, not really. Like if they would have taken a little bit more time to make it, like all of the AI stuff I thought was cool. All of like the slightly random stuff I thought was cool. That's par for the course if you're watching a Harmony Korine movie. But if it had a little bit more story, if it had dialogue, if it was presented, it was like it was too experimental. If it was experimental and had the, you know, AI graphic overlays and just the random AI, but it still had a story, I would not have a problem. I would be more invested. But the fact that it was just like an hour and 20-minute music video, that it was hard for me to sit through some points of the video, so of the movie. So I think Edgelord as a company, I think they have a lot of potential. I think they've put out some, you know, dope music videos. They could continue on that path. I think they're going to make some of the dopest music videos that we're going to see in recent years. I think they have a lot of potential with video games and movies. But, you know, with the movies, I think they gotta give the people what they want a little bit more. Like when I'm watching a movie and I'm watching a music video, that's two different things. That's two different durations. That's two different. That's you know, there's different wants and needs. Like a music video, I just want it to look cool. I want to hear the song. I just want it to look cool. When I'm watching something that's an hour and 20 minutes, I want there to be some story. I want there to be like some end goal to it. Like it just can't be all random. So I like a little bit of random. Like Gummo is random, but there's some characters. There's like a little bit of story. You know, it doesn't. It's experimental. It doesn't follow the 3-act structure, but it's got. It might not have like the 3-act structure or a story that has a beginning, middle, and end, but it does have stories. This really didn't have stories. It was just like things are happening. So I'm like I think Edgelord is doing some cool stuff. I'm excited to see what they do in the future. But when it comes to the long form video stuff, I think I would, me personally, I would like if they had a little bit more story and cohesiveness, and maybe like fully cooked and fully realized the stuff that they're doing. Even like if they still want to do all the experimental like infrared, like aggro drift, or all like the crazy AI overlays like this movie, I think that's awesome. I love that stuff. But I would like a little bit more story too. So That's my 2 cents, and I'm gonna take a sip right quick. In terms of a recommendation, to be 100% honest, I would not really I would not really I would not really recommend this movie unless you are like a diehard Harmony Korine stan or fanboy like me. Like I'm like obsessed with like Harmony Korine's movies and shit. So like whenever a new one's coming out, like I just follow that shit. I'm like on my lunch break at work, just like looking up like shit about aggro drift, baby invasion. Like I'm like tapped in, you know. So it's like if you're not like a nerd like me, I would say don't check it out. If you are a huge Harmony Korine fan, I would say check it out once, you know, but buy it on Amazon because it's cheaper. I bought it on the website. It was like $15. Like I would say buy it on Amazon. It's like $8. And oh yeah, I forgot to say this too. Like I said, for like the first third of the movie, I was stone cold sober. If you're not like in recovery, or if you're not like a straight edge, if you do partake in like smoking or drinking or like getting fucked up, I would say you definitely, if you do that shit, you definitely gotta watch this movie fucked up. If you do partake in that shit, like when I was watching this junk sober, I really could not get into it. But then I started sipping and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of vibing with this. So overall, if you're not a huge Harmony Korine fan, I would not recommend it. If you are a fan, I would recommend checking it out on Amazon, watching it once, and if you do partake in any substances, I would encourage you to partake in some substances in a safe way while watching this movie. It'll make it better. It'll make it cool. So that has been my recommendation, and that has been my review of Baby Invasion. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.